All right, so I'm here with Greg, who is our first certified coach. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
It's been like, what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month?
Almost a month since we met in Vienna, yeah.
In Vienna, that went fast.
I did a hard test with Richard there, so...
Yeah, it was cool. A lot of questions and everything was good. The whole summit was really cool. We had the whole crew, most of the mentoring program. It was really a cool moment. I was really happy. That was a good time. We stayed like, what, 3 weeks?
3 weeks, yeah.
Man, that was a cool gym. I liked it, man. We had a good time.
Thank you.
So, so we were having coffee 3 days ago, and we were talking about Strongfit because there are certain things I feel were not necessarily reflective to what Strongfit started as, basically, which is something that, like, we started to go in a way where I don't recognize myself or the direction. And I think you had the best analogy ever on this one. So. How did you look at it? Because I'm sure you've been thinking about it for a while too.
Well, it actually hit me when I was with my son on a Sunday. So we were going to the circus. So when we were going back and forth in the last couple of days, it was, and you were kind of explaining the situation as it is right now. I always thought about what Strongfit is heading to is more towards a business consulting thing. Like
because we would go somewhere, do the seminar, which is Sunday.
Yeah, and then leave again, obviously.
And then go do the coaches week, Monday through Friday, and then leave, move on to the next gym, and so forth and so on. And I was getting frustrated because it's loving the life, but I feel we're not doing as much as we should be. Yeah.
So then I thought that Strongfit feels more like a traveling circus.
Than a business consultant.
So it's actually like moving from city to city, offering some sort of artistic program, more or less, what we're doing, but coming back, so creating connections in the city we're in.
Creating connections and all that stuff. Yeah.
So that's what made me think about actually traveling circus rather than a business consultant.
Yeah, and then to me that's exactly what Strongfit meant to me. Was I was a traveling circus, and for me it was more than just coming into a place saying like, there's some information. Bye. It was always, for me, it was always like communicating knowledge, never information. And so that kind of triggered the entire idea of the conversation, because I thought that was the best way to qualify Strongfit as a traveling circus. It is a circus anyway.
Yeah.
So, and it fits us better anyway, right? It's not like, we'll never be a corporation. This is not what we do. Because
as a business consultant, you have some sort of project for a certain time. Like you have a project for 2 weeks or 2 years. You get paid for it, and then you're out, and then you're done.
Yeah.
But that's not definitely the way we want to see our business, our profession.
No, but like, that's what I love the most about the summit. Was to see all the coaches from Strongfit that are in the mentoring program. My best moment in the summit is when they made face-to-face, because they all know each other online, and then they all came and then hug each other, and then it was, before you know it, there was a group of all 10 of them in a circle, just talking to each other, hey guys, and everything, like close up to the wall. It was a very, almost like a tribal moment. And when I saw that, I felt like we're doing something right.
Yeah, still it was the first time they actually met. We know each other from online meetings, etc. But it was the first time we went face to face.
And you could see on their face they were so all happy to meet each other and everything. Like it was a really cool moment. When I saw that, I was like, we're doing good. That's what I wanted, was that connection. Like I felt there was a Strongfit community when I saw that.
Yeah, and you saw the excitement in the people's eyes and in the faces, and
they knew why they were there. Like you could tell there was a reason, there was a why. They were just thrilled to be here. They were moving forward to be becoming better coaches. Then I knew we were doing good. That's what I want. But that's more than just a seminar and a coaches week. And on top of it, the seminar, I'm reaching a problem now because there's so much. The system has evolved so much, and there's so much into it. There's so much need that we saw that we cannot fit it into one seminar. So now we're going to have to go toward the specialty courses. But I think the biggest thing that me for Strongfit was that is like we have to feel see a need, feel a need, right? And we've been going at it from a coach's perspective, but there's also the owner's perspective of the gym. We're not just trying to teach coaches. We're trying to shape the culture of the gym as well. Toward get people not getting hurt and everything, and that's where the idea came around to staying longer in one place and offering more than just the seminar on the coaches week. Yeah,
like actually planting a seed, but still taking care of the flower or whatever comes out of it.
Yeah, still like it's not just all a while, right? So the specialty courses we have to do because we saw a need for some barbell and dumbbell movements, just teaching people how to do barbell rows, dumbbell rows. dumbbell presses, right? So there's a need for that. There's a need also for a specialty course toward programming, because we give a lot of the principles, but sometimes people have a hard time understanding how to apply it in their gym, how to program based on that. So that's a different one. And then the third one for me was performance, because the system has evolved again. And now we are going into basically an entire new branch, which is the cyclical versus acyclical form of movement that incorporates mobility and breathing, that's opening some ridiculous doors, but then now that's even advancing the system more, and I know I cannot put that in the seminar. It's just there's just not enough time, so I'm going to have to do like a maybe we'll call it a performance class and everything, but those are three different things we need to bring as well on top of the seminar and coaches week.
So there's more about the actual practical application of the stuff they learn in the seminars.
Exactly. So we need so that's three different specialty courses. So the idea we were having for everybody was we want to go somewhere, and we were talking to some coaches. There were some owners, some gym owners. They were very excited about it. What I wanted to do, because I miss coaching as well. I want to go somewhere. I want to have the seminar and the coaches week. I also want to have the specialty courses, right? Mostly for the member of that gym first, and then bring other people. But I also want to go to some gyms and coach 1 or 2 Strongfit classes for their members for free. I just want to go and coach. Just do like a 6 o'clock. I'll take care of it, and I'll do the Strongfit class. I would love to have that. I would love to have like a training session on Saturday, and then bring everybody, even from other gyms, 20-30 people, and let's do like a huge training together, and let's all train together basically, because that would be such a cool community building thing.
So more of a social gathering on a Friday night, plus barbecue, beer.
Let's do it like the old school way, like we used to have, in CrossFit before, when the owners actually talk to each other. Let's do that. So that requires us to stay longer in a place, so 2-3 weeks. Then we're going back to the traveling circus. Then we'd be a real traveling circus. We go there, we establish ourselves in the gym, so we'll coach a few classes. We'll
bring some athletes on.
Bring some athletes, some top athletes with us, so they can. I know, like Sarah wants to coach some CrossFit classes as well. She could compete, do workouts with their competition crew if they have one, or the top athletes. I would like to coach 1 or 2. We could do the training together, and then we could establish the specialty courses as well. So that would basically make us stay like 2-3 weeks in one place, but that would be so cool. Not really taking over a gym, but going somewhere, and also during that time establishing connection with other gyms as well, so we can bring them to the social gathering and get the owners talking and creating a strong fit community that way.
Yeah, it's actually helping the gym with spending more time there to get more practical applications in, to see how the system works. We're teaching classes there, so they can actually say, I learned that at a seminar, I have this theoretical knowledge, and now this is how you're going to do it in the class.
Maybe I think the owner would be, and then the main coaches would be really happy that now they just don't have like, this is what you should do, and then now what? Now we can actually show you how to do it and everything, so we can shape the culture of a gym like that.
So it's
shape the culture.
More or less closing the gap in between. Like there's a seminar and there's a coaches week, and then there's a coaches week 2, and then there's a mentoring program and the testing. So it's actually closing the gaps in between those programs
as well, especially for the owner, right? Because then he could see the practical application of it and everything. That idea, I really like that idea.
And we'll get the members more on board as well. So we're actually taking some more kind of a relief for the gym owners. So he doesn't need to stand in front of the audience and explain every single thing and answer every single question. So we are helping him explaining the system and why we're doing it.
Yeah, that's true.
So the members will benefit a lot from it as well.
Yeah, because I think some of them feel uncomfortable at first explaining an entire system that they learn over the course of 2 days. It's not easy. That puts them into a weird situation, because I know they want to make the changes, but then they had like 16 hours of me talking non-stop, and then they got to explain to their members in 10 minutes what the whole system is like.
Yeah,
that can't be easy.
Yeah.
I feel for you guys a little bit. That can't be easy. So I think if we could stay in a place like this, like 3 weeks, then we could really, make an impact in that gym with the owner and like really shape the cultures. Because we can. I know we have a bunch of guys that look interested, but that's the way I want to take Strongfit right there. Because then I think we make a bigger impact, and that was always the key, right?
Yeah, and probably come back like a year later or 18 months later,
depending on stuff like that. Because we can still have the coaches week, but not everybody can stay an entire week. It's a lot of money, it's a lot of time commitment. Not everybody can do that. The specialty courses will be 1 day. And if you're on location, you can still come and just do one class with us and stuff like that.
So traveling circus also means, right, that we can have some other athletes on board or interns on board for certain weeks.
Yes. So we have the interns, because right now we're starting to have interns during the seminar. They're going to come help us. They'll give us more, which is great, more people to help us with movement and stuff like that. And then we can start teaching them the way we want, because eventually the seminar will be run by the seminar crew and things like this. So there's so much to teach now about the system, because it has grown so much in a year. We need to start we're moving forward. We're growing fast and we're moving forward. So that we're starting to bring the seminar crew, but eventually, we want to bring them into all the other part as well. I love the idea of that, of staying in a place 2-3 weeks, getting to create, connections with people. The old school human connections.
Yeah, get together.
And stuff like that, get together, know
train
the owner.
Together.
Yeah, train together, know the owner, know the other owners in the city, try to create a community like this and everything, because most of us have the same idea. We want to help people, right? It's really a like-minded community in that sense. But a little bit of a gap that has been created in between at least the owners. So I feel we're trying to help the coaches a lot, but I think that would also help the box owners. And that's I know how hard it is to go from being a coach to being an owner. It is not the same job, and it's a daunting task sometimes.
Yes, it is.
Right? Yes, I'm sure you know that, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Because you went from coaching every class at your gym to actually having coaches. That's that's not the easiest thing. So for me, that's the direction I wanna take Strongfit. So we're gonna put that on paper, like send it to a few of our coaches, of our box owners, see how they like it.
Yeah.
And then if you guys want to send us some questions, we can show you what we want to do, and then how we're gonna try to organize it, and then we'll go from there.
Yep.
And that sounds like that's where I want to take it.
Cool.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
It was really good, yeah.
Perfect.